Hello everyone, my name is Tomasz and I want to welcome you at the second video from the series of Bus 21 modding, and let's have a look how to make a custom decal for the game. So first off, we need to fire up the engine, already have it running. Then we need to create a new plugin. If you've created it already in the previous tutorial, you can continue off working from that plugin, but I recommend you creating a new one. Let's follow the convention, so customization as the prefix and SAS decal, as that's what I'm going to be doing today. So create a plugin, we can close the plugins window and let's add the data asset for the mod info as we've already seen in the last video. That hasn't changed. Right, we can save it. And let's first talk about some decal requirements. Unlike in Bus 18, since you can recolor decals pretty easily now, we recommend using just two colored decals, so black and white or grayscale. I'll be implementing a colorful decal, however, you'll see that in game it only uses two colors. So while I want the still life logo to be to have the gradient but not in the game, however that doesn't matter for this purpose. And unlike in Bus 18, we also allow multiple decals on one file, which means you can create atlas with, for example, 64 decals, and you'll put just that one file in the game, and the engine will slice it up to 64 unique decals. That means a little bit more setup is needed, unlike in Bus 18, but again, it's very simple. So let's start and I'll show you how to do it in Bus 21. First, we need the decal in. So I'll be using the still live logo. Let's rename it so it follows a convention. Alright, we've saved it. We recommend having a size of power of 2, which is not followed in this case. As you can see, it's 2000 by 2000. It's not ideal, it's gonna work, but what we recommend is power of 2, meaning 1024, 248, and so on. We can also go down, so 512, 256, 128. Anyhow, we have the decal in, so let's open the mod info. First we need to name the mod. We don't need to put in the preview picture, although I would recommend it as well. Then we can fill out the description or leave it as it is for now. As you can do multiple iterations of the mod, it doesn't matter in the first try. And let's add a bus decal. First, we need to put in ID that needs to be unique. So I'll again follow the convention we have here. So cast_SAS decal. And then we click it open. Here we need to plug in the texture, so you can drag it in. And here comes the most important part. Decal amount and atlas spacing. So in this case I have just one decal and the spacing is 1 decal per row, but if we have a look at what we have prepared, what is the actual decals that you can use in the game by default, we have atlas that has 58 decals on it, and it's in a grid 8x8. So on the atlas spacing, you type in how many decals are in a row, and the decal amount specifies how many decals should it splice from that picture. So the atlas isn't using the full 64 that it could, but it still works. Here you can set up the custom cost if you want, else it's 100 credits by default. But the most important part, so that the decal doesn't crash, you need to also add in a display text. It's not shown anywhere, however you need to fill it out, else the game would crash or load. Alright, now we can save the mod, and let's click Cook Mod. That will package everything for Bus Sim 21. Do not forget to save the decal before you start cooking, else again it will not load what it is supposed to load. It will take a few seconds to package. Now we click continue, and if you've set up the folder structure correctly in the previous tutorial, now you can click copy to game directory, and that will copy it into the game. So let's load up the game and see if it worked. Great, the game has loaded, so let's load up a game. And while right now in this version of the game, when I'm recording, there is no option to enable and disable mods, it's coming in a future update. You'll have an option for mod manager. You can also connect it to mod.io, so you can download through the game. But for now, all the mods are enabled by default once they're in the mods folder. So let's go to Garage and let's try customizing. So we'll go to Decals, add a new decal, and if we scroll down, you can see that the new decal has been added. Since it's not power of 2, it is slightly squished, which is why we recommend you to use power of 2 as the resolution. And also you can see that it lost all the gradient, so we can set up the primary color and the secondary. So you still have a little bit of color in it, but it has pretty much lost most of it. So that's again the reason why we recommend only 2 color decals. But as you can see, it worked. So this is how you make decals for Bus Sim 21. Thank you for watching, and see you around in the next video where I'm gonna showcase how to make wraps. In the meantime, bye!